A good Erev Shabbos to you, and I hope you're all well. Firstly, Mazel Tovs this week. Mazel Tov to Rivka and Zach Brozer on the birth of their son, and to anyone who else is celebrating a birthday or anniversary in the coming week. We wish a Shalema a full and speedy recovery to anyone who's unwell, and a Richashamim long life to David Cook on the sad passing of his brother, and to anyone who's observing a Yortzeit in the coming week. Jacob's Ladder, the famous Jacob's Ladder, not only a painting and a film, but also Yaakov Avinu, Jacob's famous dream. And it was a very memorable dream, as we know, of a ladder that started on the ground but reached all the way to heaven, with angels, Olim v'Yodim bo, ascending and descending it. V'hinei Hashem nitzav alav, and God was standing next to Yaakov, and he said to him, V'hinei anochi imach, I am with you. And I will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land, and I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Now, what did all this mean? And particularly, why did God tell Yaakov that he would be with him and protect him wherever he went? And I was thinking about this question the other day when I was in my car. You see, I had to get from Bushy to Dollis Hill. Now, I'd normally just go on the motorway. It's really quick and easy on the M1, and I'd be there in just 20 minutes. But guess what? That day, the M1 was closed. Unfortunately, there had been an accident. And so I had to find another way, and I only had half an hour to get there, and I couldn't be late. So what did I do? Of course, like we all do. I put on my SatNav. I typed in my location, destination, and good news, it found me a new route, and I would be there in just 27 minutes. The bad news was that I didn't know the way, and so I would have to totally rely on the SatNav to get there. Now, I have to admit that I was a bit nervous as I followed the directions it gave me, taking me to places like Queensbury and Honeypot Lane, and taking me down roads I'd never heard of and places I'd never been to before. And I was never really sure if I'd actually get there on time, if I was even going the right way. But I had no other choice. I had to put my faith in the SatNav. I had to trust that it would get me there and get me there on time. But with each turning and back double, I questioned whether it was right. How could this possibly be the best way? And it was only when I made the final two turnings did I realize the genius of the SatNav. It had been right all along. It knew the best route. It avoided the traffic and got me to my destination with 2 minutes to spare. Baruch Hashem, I said. Thank God for SatNav. But more importantly, now I realized what God was telling Yaakov. V'hinei anochi imach, I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land, and I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. You see, we all, just like Yaakov, we all face uncertainty in life. We often ask ourselves, am I going in the right direction? And we question, why is this thing happening to me? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand why I have to do this or why that happened. Life is a journey with lots of twists and turns along the way. But what we do know is that just as God promised to be with Yaakov along the way, so too is God with us and each and every one of us, guiding us, protecting us, and encouraging us to keep going. All we have to do is have emunah and bitachon, faith and trust in God. Faith, as Rabbi Sachs writes in Celebrating Life, faith is not certainty, but it's the courage to live with uncertainty. It's not knowing all the answers. Emunah is the understanding that God is involved, yes, in the big picture issues, in life and death, in war and famine, in disaster and disease. But even more significantly, Emunah is the knowledge that God is involved in the minutiae of my daily life. God is there and here with me 24/7, 365 days a year, all day, every day, from morning to night. Bitachon, however, is quite different. Bitachon means trust. The Chovos HaLevavos defines bitachon as relying on God, trusting God. It's a sense of depending on Him to watch over and protect me. And according to Rav Dessler, the essence of bitachon, the mitzvah of trust and confidence in Hashem, is to know that actually everything comes from God. And so emunah is a state of understanding, and bitachon is a state of trust. Those two things we need more than ever at this moment, not knowing where the road will take us, which twists and turns are left to take. but to know that God is with us every step of the way, guiding us, protecting us, and promising, like he promised Yaakov, never to leave us. Following his dream, Yaakov was taught that lesson. And in our reality, we see that if we believe that SatNav can get us to our destination, then we can and must believe that God can too. Good Shabbos.